Hello, YouTube fans and people who just might be stopping by to watch a video. Hopefully, you'll be fans in the future. This is a new game that just came out in February. It's called Banished. I'm not entirely sure I'm on board with that name, but I guess it's okay if you want to put a storyline behind it. We are going to not name our town Orcutiver. What? Okay. We are going to name our city, town, village, hamlet, whatever you want to call it. Um, I don't know, so I'm gonna go with Utopia because that's what I hope it'll be in the end. Currently there are only valleys and mountains, and I'm not willing to tackle mountains at this time because I'm still new at this game. I've only tried it twice, and so far I'm not happy with either of my other two games because, when you're getting used to a game, what are you gonna do? Train size, I'm gonna go ahead and stay small because there's a lot of land in a small one. That they did right. The maps are big. It's nice. I'm going with mild weather because it rains all the time, and that's on mild. And on fair and harsh, I'm sure it would be much worse. My first game was fair, and it just constantly weather, weather, weather. And on my second game, I'm on mild, and it still rains all the time. But there are a few sunny days. So be aware if you get this game and play it, which you totally should because it's actually kind of fun in spite of the fact that I suck at it still. Um, I would start on mild and I would start with your disasters off. I haven't actually had a disaster happen to me on the other games, but I keep being afraid I'm going to get smallpox or something, so I did turn those off for this game. And I am going to go through these real quick. An easy game, I'm going to play on medium though. Easy game begins with six families. A large amount of clothing, food, firewood, building materials, and tools are provided. Homes and storage areas have already been built. Seeds for fields and orchards are available, as well as a herd of livestock, which is cows. I did start my second game on easy, and it was easier. I mean, there was a lot of stuff already done, and I had a lot of materials, so I was able to build a lot more stuff a lot faster, including a stone quarry, which I didn't have in my first game where I played on medium. Medium is a little bit more difficult. It's more of a challenge because you only start with your barn and your storage. Your barn is storage for food and clothes and stuff. Your other storage is logs and wood and iron and stuff. I know I said logs and wood. It's logs and then there's firewood as well. Uh, Medium is a moderate game begins with five families. Clothing, food, firewood, tools, and construction materials are provided. A storage barn has already been built. Some seeds for fields and orchards are available. That's what I'm going to play today, but I want to show you hard real quick. A hard game begins with four families. A small amount of clothing, food, firewood, and tools are provided, and no seeds for farming are available. I don't know how they expect you to live with no seeds for farming. That will be a very interesting video for the future, I'm sure. But first, I'm going to figure out how to obtain new things because I haven't been able to do that yet. I'm going to go ahead and start a medium game, and we will talk about the rest of that stuff once we're in the game because I do know how I can get onions and mushrooms. I mean, like, there's a mushroom there. That's probably an onion or something. There's roots. Um, there are plenty of things to be found that are food if you have a gatherer. It's just I don't know how to plant those in a field. I know you can plant corn and squash in fields. I've done so, and beans. I've done so in the different games, the two different games that I've played. Um, I know that they need food. They eat a lot of food. They are like pigs, really, with as much as they eat. And it's kind of crazy that they eat so much food and you don't have any way to start out with food on that other game. I don't know how to obtain cows. Here's our family. They just mill around until you give them something to do. And I'm not going to speed it. I am going to speed them up, but I'm not going to do it until I start building stuff. These are the different things here. These are my tools. I'm going to open my little helpers. These help me know what's going on in my game. This one is basically a rundown of our materials, how happy they are, and how healthy they are. Tells us the date, how many people we have. We have 10 adults, 5 children, which, as you will come to know, they have horrible names. And then we have the temperature. Now, see, no one has a home, so we're going to have to do something about that. Oh, we got some lakes. My other maps do not have lakes, so that's kind of interesting. And we are here, and doesn't look like it's too hilly of terrain, so I think we're going to do okay. And then this is where we assign people jobs. As you notice, there are a lot of things they can be, but until this one tells us that they can be something, putting this one on isn't going to do any good, because when you do this, they're just going to say, hey, I'm a builder, but I don't have a job. There are no jobs available, so I'm just doing nothing. Sometimes they'll put, yeah, there it is. I turn this one into a miner, and it says, I don't have any work. I need work. Okay, so I was hoping the builders would do that, but they didn't. So we're going to give the builders something to do. This one is buildings, of course, houses. This one is roads. Now, I know a lot of people would start by building houses first. I kind of like to give them a little road where they can get to what they need a little faster. So I'm going to build a little dirt road right there. I'm going to put the builders to work on it. And then I'm going to build houses along that road. And I'm going to build wooden houses because I don't want to use up all my stone. There's so much wood here. There is a little stone, but there's so much wood. And they go through stone a lot faster than they go through wood. So I am going to use the wood for the houses. And then I'm going to place that there. And oh, did you see that? My house shape changed. If you press F, you can change what your houses look like. And I think that's pretty cool. It's a little bit of variation. Put another house here, and I want to make it this one. That one's cute. And then let's see, we got 10 people. I think 4 or 5 people can live in a house, so I'm going to stop at 3 houses for now. And this, what is this? This is, oh yeah, this is a boarding house. This is massive. Look at this. Oh, and R rotates the building layout, by the way. And those little green arrows, those are for your path. Those are the way that need to be facing your road if you're going to make a road. You don't have to. I mean, you can place it off the road. I just like to place things on the road because it's better for them to get there faster. I'm not going to place that boarding house. I just wanted to show you. Now, there is one issue that I have with this game, and that is that once I have something on my mouse, no matter what it is, I can't get it off again. Like, I can't just... Oh, I guess I can't. Okay, well, that's new. I just learned that. I can unclick these, apparently, so that's good. You're going to want to know that because I spent all of my last 2 games hitting escape to get rid of stuff. Like, I would have a house on here, and I'd be like, okay, I'm done with the house. How do I click on... I can't click on anything. Okay, so I would hit escape. Oh, wow, I didn't realize how noisy that rain was. But I would hit escape, and then I would hit... resume, and it would let me go back in and not have anything on my... That's a little better. Anything on my mouse. I didn't realize I was talking over that rain. It's noisy rain. Now, we do want to get some food going because they're going to starve to death if we don't. So we're going to make a crop up here by the barn because then they can just take the food right out of the farm, or right out of the farm into the barn. I'm going to put it one out from the barn. And we're going to make it kind of big so they get lots of food. I think 10 by 10 sounds good. And I would normally like to make a pasture for the animals, but I have no animals to put in that pasture. In my first game, I did make one of these, and it never got any animals. And then in the second one, you start with cows. So when I built this, the cows went right in. They walked in there on their own. Nobody even had to tell them to do it. So we got smart cows in medium, or in easy, sorry. And I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that is, but I, that's what we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how do we get cows if we don't already have them. And I'm gonna make a fisherman because A, they're cute and I love them, and secondly, not the fishermen are cute. The fisher doc is cute. Watching them go fish is pretty awesome. But secondly, they bring in a lot of food, so that is definitely something we want to do. Now, with the fishermen, you do have to have it, out in the water because that's how they go fishing. That is a small stream. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and take a look around real quick. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit bigger. Maybe we'll make it up there. Let's look down here real quick. Yeah, that stream is really tiny, and there's some animals over there. We might have to make a hunter pretty soon. I'm going to make the fisherman up here, and he's just going to have to travel down to the barn to put his food away. Let's get up there. Yeah. We're going to make him right there. Then we're going to have to make a road because if we don't make a road, it's going to take him forever to get his fish to us. So we're going to make a road going down here to the storage. And we'll just build something else up here that will fill in the area. Now, we have 10 building jobs and 2 builders now, but that's because only 2 people will work on any given item at the same time. See, 2 of 2. I've got 3 builders queued, but only 2 people will work on this house at one time. So, it's really not a bad idea to make more builders because they might go work on something else, but I have yet to really see them be super efficient, which is fine. I mean, you just want to make sure everybody else is busy. Now, all these laborers are just hanging around, so we are going to do, not that, this. This is to remove things. You can remove a house, you can remove all resources, you can remove just trees, just stone. This one is iron, and this is roads. Now, this, if you notice, these dark rocks and these light rocks, this is stone, this is iron. But I need trees too, so I'm just going to remove everything in this area. And see, it's going to put red lines on the trees, the iron, and the stone. And it's going to get me all of those resources. I'm going to get this iron over here. Let's see, putting that down didn't work. I don't want that. There we go. Just putting it down doesn't work. I knew that wouldn't work, but I didn't know I couldn't unclick the other stuff, so that's nice. Now, these guys are going to work now because they were just standing around being lazy. And there's our crop field done. Now, see, it has a stop sign. That's because we're not doing anything. We got to plant. Apparently, in this one, we get squash and beans, not corn, so that's okay. We're going to do some squash. Now, we need 2 farmers. Now, I can set it up here, but I tend to do it wrong. Yeah, there we go. I did it right that time. This one is how many you can have. This is how many you've set. So I can have 2. Now, I do have 2 of 2, and I set it to 2. So, hopefully you're learning from my learning. I mean, I have played before, but I didn't really do it in a way where I'm trying to teach you guys what to do. I just kind of fumbled around until I got things right, which is fine. That's okay.